Hi, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. I wanted to do a project, and I started out with this as kind of a test project. I saw somebody do something like this, and I think they did circles, and they covered it with something that was semi-see-through. And as you went back, you got more things. And this was just some 6x6 paper I had that was cheap. I think I got it at Michael's years ago. Anyway, as you go back, you see more and more. You see a woman there. And then you go to the last one, and there she is. So what I want to do is do that for a journal. As I'm just going to start cutting the papers. And I have a paper pad here. I'm going to pick some papers out of it for this. I'm not going to pick all the same thing. And some of them aren't that exciting. They kind of all go together. I got this pad at Hobby Lobby. Not sure if I want this one or not. We'll see. And I don't want this one. I don't want the modern looking flowers. Okay, this one will be all right. I think I want about 5 layers. That's what I want. Maybe. This one will be all right. Oh, I like this one. And I like that one. This one seems to go with what I've got going on here. Okay, let's go back to this one. Not that one. That one's gorgeous, but I'm not going to use it for this. This one. I don't know that I'll use all of these, but we'll see. You never know what I'm going to do. Now I have to get my paper cutter out because I want these to be 8.5 by 11 to be book pages in my journal. Oh, I just found out something. That you push that in and it holds this open. I don't know how long I've had this, but I didn't know that before. Isn't that crazy? Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it this way. And I want it, it's directional, so I want it to be the 8.5 here. Yeah, 8.5 tall. And 11 wide, and it doesn't have to be exactly 11 because most of my pages are 5 inches, although the cover is 6, so this will work. Okay, I'm going to set those aside, and it looks like this one's directional also. So how's everybody doing? Are you having cold weather? I know it's been snowing like crazy in some places. We haven't had any snow, but last week it was up in the 70s, and this week we're down in the 30s again. I don't know. It's just crazy. Now I have to decide. I definitely want this one. I don't think it's directional, but we'll go ahead and consider that it might be. You can use any kind of paper for this. You don't have to use scrapbook paper. You can use digitals. You can use anything that you have. I'm just going to fold these others in half. I'm sure this is interesting watching me do this. I am feeling a lot better though. I'm not coughing as much as I was, which is a good thing. There's a lot of stuff going around, a lot of people sick. I don't know what it is. One lady I know supposedly it's a real bad cold, but she's really sick. She has lung problems and she's been to the emergency room, and what they gave her isn't helping clear up her lungs, so she's going to her lung doctor tomorrow. So I hope they get some results from that to help her. Okay, now what I'm going to do is decide which one's my front one and so forth. I guess I'd put that one in the front, and then I'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to try and cut a hole with my hole cutter. Now, I tried on cardboard, it didn't work. And the first thing I have to do is find the middle of this. I'm going to put a little bit of ink down there so I can tell where the fold is for sure. And it's supposed to be 5.5 inches it is. So, oh my goodness. I'm going to put it at 2.5 because when we get the spine in, it'll make it a little bit different. And I'm going to do it on the other side where it won't be seen because I'll have to cover it with something. Okay. If you're doing this, you can decide if you want to do it at the 2.5 like I'm doing or whatever. And if you're doing squares, I would say you probably want your first square to be maybe 3.5 inches. I don't know. Okay, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. I already decided that. What am I thinking? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. So we're going to go for 4.25. About. I'm not going to worry about it a whole lot. I just need a spot here so that I can put my little circle cutter has a little X thing in it that can go over that. I'm sorry, but I've got to get it where I can see it to start with anyway. And I'm beginning to think maybe cutting the squares was the easiest thing. Although, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to be able to hold it in one spot. Excuse me, so it doesn't get off where it shouldn't be. And it didn't cut all the way through. looked like it did, but it didn't. It pressed down hard enough. Look at that. It's coming apart real easy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the other circles. And I'm thinking they're going to be smaller than this one. I hope I can get down to 4 or 5 of them that are smaller. Maybe they won't be. Maybe the last one won't be cut, because it'll have the surprise on it. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the other circles, and I'll get back with you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I cut all the holes, and while I was doing it, I inked them around the edges of them, and I covered them, the backs of them, with tracing paper. I'm trying to erase. I've got an eraser somewhere here. You think I could find? So what I'm doing is, I have tracing paper. You can use wax paper. You can use baking, you know, the parchment paper, whatever. And I'm putting glue all on this piece here, all around it. On the half with the hole in it, not on the other part, but just the half with the hole in it. Okay. And then I'm going to put it on this piece of tracing paper. It would have been better if I had cut the tracing paper to size, but with a pair of sharp scissors, it's not too hard to get it to fit. Just rub the glue in. It does kind of wrinkle it, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that look, that little wrinkled look. Oops, and I've got a corner coming up here. I knew that when I trimmed it, and I didn't put my glue in there. Okay. I'll probably have some on this one too, but anyway. Okay, so what I found with my scissors is once you start cutting, if they're sharp, they just kind of take care of it. Except they're not working as well as they were, so we'll just use the big ones. What can I say? I start to show you something and it doesn't work how it did when I was doing it off camera. And this is going to need more glue on it, I can tell already. Up here in the corners. And this part here, I don't have much to fold back, but I'm going to fold it back and cut it off. Because I don't need it going over to the other side. We'll see how that works out. I guess if I folded it that way, it would work better. Now that I'm on the last one, I don't want to cut through my scrapbook paper, but I do want to get this cut. I don't know that that's such a hot idea. Well, it worked. Okay. Now get the rest of this trimmed up. And see what's going on here with it. I messed up one of the papers. Somehow the hole came out cockeyed, so I'm not using that one. Not for this anyway. This one, for some reason, the hole's in the wrong place. I don't know why, but it is. So we're not using that one. So this is the smallest one, and what I need is another piece to go inside of that one with whatever I decide to make for the surprise on it. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I want to do with them. They're not all centered. Oh, and especially now that I'm putting them like this. Oh well, that's okay. They don't have to be perfect. Now what I want to do is put something around here so it makes it interesting. Because just a plain old hole isn't going to be interesting. So, I put lace on the square ones. I don't know whether I want to put lace on the round ones or not. If I cut it in half, though, I might be able to scrunch it around the middle of it. So let's see about that. Let's see if that will work. Yeah, I think that'll work a little better. But I want to start it up at the top. Okay, I'll start it up here. Hope I'm in view here. The hot glue gun would have done better. I just need to get my act together and get it brought in and find a place to put it. Because I bought one with a fine point to do this sort of thing. And it's kind of silly to not use it. So I don't know whether I told you this story or not. I'm going to tell you anyway. If I already told you, I'm sorry. Fast forward and don't listen to it. I was over at my son's a week ago to see my new little great-granddaughter. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, it will be enough. Wow. I wasn't sure I was going to have enough here. I didn't realize I hadn't measured. Okay. Anyway, to see my new little great-granddaughter, number 18. And my other little great-granddaughter that lives here came over. And when I went to go home, usually somebody walks me out to my truck. My son or one of my granddaughters, somebody walks me out to the truck. So she says, I'm going to walk Grandma out to the truck. So they said, okay. So my son was following her. You can't always trust what she's going to do. She likes to take off and hide. And it was dark, so, you know, we don't want that. But anyway, so she's walking me out, and I'm walking down the stairs, and she says, now hold on to the rail, Grandma. You don't want to fall and get hurt. So I held on to the rail so I wouldn't get hurt. And we're walking out of the garage, and she says, now, Grandma, don't roll down your windows. And I said, okay, why not? And she said, because there are thousands of mosquitoes out there, and they'll come in and bite you if you roll down your windows. So leave your windows rolled up on the way home. I thought that was so cute. And then I said, well, have you been bitten by a mosquito? Yes. I said, by 1,000? No, just one. But it itched and hurt. And you don't want to have that, so don't roll your windows down. She's 5. She just turned 5 in January. Okay, that isn't quite everything I want to put on there. I need something to kind of cover where this comes together here. Let's see what I have. I have lots of pretty things. I have some flowers here. It kind of looks like these champagne colored ones would look good on here. Or the white. The white might look okay. These are the right color though. They go with it better, don't they? Depends how many I have. If I can space them out around it or not. And maybe I don't want to. Maybe I just want to put 2 or 3 at the top here. This one's a little bit cockeyed. I think that looks good. They'll be a little bit bulky in there, but they won't be bad. Now the next one, I want to put something that can be seen through the front one. So I'm going to take these others out, and I want to put something around here that can be seen from the front. The idea is to make this interesting, and so I'm thinking put flowers around it like this. That one's pink one. That doesn't go in there. That doesn't go with the white ones. And then there's these little button things. I don't know. Get the glue off my hands. Okay. Let's see here. What do you think? What do you think? I think that will work okay. I'm going to put these over here for a minute. A little sparkly. See, they're kind of iridescent here. I'm going to put those over there for a minute. And I need my pokey tool. There it is. I want this journal to be pretty. I don't know that I have a style yet. A lot of people have a style, and I don't know that I have a style yet. I'm working on it, but I don't know that I have one yet. I tend to like pretty and shiny. Okay. Oops. That got messed up somehow. All right. Now, I'm thinking that these little iridescent flowers would look kind of cute on here. I don't know. Maybe I want them on this one. Yep, I think I do. I think I want a couple of them on this one. I can get them apart. This is getting very disgusting here. Well, goodness. Maybe I don't want them on there. Oh, you know what? I'm doing the wrong side. No wonder. These are gold, not iridescent. The wrong side of them is iridescent. Okay. Well, that makes a difference. I don't know that I want all of them on here, but I want some. Maybe 2 or 3. rid of those. They follow me everywhere in my house. So last night I was getting ready for bed and I noticed my toilet wasn't flushing right. It wasn't going down. And the last time that happened, it was my septic tank was full. And I thought, oh no, because I'd lived here at least 5 years and hadn't had any problems with it. And there were 2 of us at that time. My husband was alive. So I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought, well, I'm not calling anybody at 11 o'clock at night because they would charge me 6 fortunes. And besides that, I didn't want to do that. So I poured a bunch of yeast down the drain in the kitchen. And that seemed to help a bit. And then it was working pretty good. And then today, I had to run my daughter-in-law to an appointment that she had. And they were acting up again before I left. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have to call and get the guy to come out and empty the septic. And I just don't want to spend that money right now. Being on a fixed income doesn't help when you have problems. But anyway, so I got home and I thought, I've got buttermilk in the fridge. Well, when I got in there, I didn't have it. So I have a suspicion that while I was gone, my son came over and found it, and he makes ranch dressing that's really good. And I think he probably figured the buttermilk could go bad in my fridge while I was out of town. So he decided to help himself. I don't know that that's the case, but I'm kind of suspecting, knowing him. And so anyway, what do we think? A lady in blue. I think she'd look pretty on there. Anyway, so I had some left in a gallon of milk, so I poured some vinegar in it, poured that down my sink, and I haven't had any trouble the rest of the day. So I hope it's gone and I'm not going to have the problem. I hope, because I just don't want to have to get my septic drained. It's just not what I want to do right now. I'm going to put some glue on this because it's going to be sticking on that lace. And now this does make a little bit of problem on the back because it's not pretty on the back, but really you can't see that much. So let's see how this looks. Now you can kind of see there's something going on here. And that's what I want. You just kind of see something going on. And you're going to turn the page. And there's that. And now the next one. The next one, I think I'm going to be able to cut out the middle of the doily. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. And you'll be able to see the doily out around it. And then we'll have to put some other things out around it also. I guess I could make this a lady's thing, just put ladies on all these pages. That doesn't show up real well, but it's okay. Do I want to do something else with it? Nope, I think that'll be fine. And I should be gluing that on top of that. Get glue where I don't want it. And I think what I'm going to do is just put some glue around here so that it'll be right around there where it's going to go, and catch it there. Okay, have that. Now, do I want ladies on this? Oh, I want a green lady. I know. I can tell. I want a green lady. Do I have other green ladies? Because maybe I want 2 of them. Yep. Kind of a bluish colored one here, but I think I want those. And on this one, I think I want a lady on this one too. If I'm going to make it a lady theme, I think I want a lady on this one, but I don't know which lady I want. I think we'll put the lady with the umbrella on here. Let's see if we can get this going here. I hope I haven't bored you to death. My sister and I were talking the other day, and I had read something on YouTube about James Stewart, and I always liked him as an actor. And then I remembered that my dad had talked about him. My dad was a documentary photographer in the Air Force, which meant he took pictures of all kinds of things. And he happened to be at a dinner for a bunch of generals, filming it. For what reason, I don't know. But anyway, he happened to be there filming it with his big camera. And he was standing by James Stewart, and James Stewart turned around to him and said, "Sergeant, have you had dinner?" And he said, "No, sir." And he said, "Well, they are going to feed you, aren't they?" And my dad said, "Yes, sir, they are." And he said, "Okay, that's good." And I thought that was really nice, because none of the other generals noticed anybody, you know. I'm sure there were enlisted men serving and all that, and none of the other ones paid any attention to him, but he did. And the thing I read on the internet was that he was always kind and everybody liked him. Which is a compliment, because a lot of the things that are coming out about movie stars, some of them were not nice at all. There was an actor filming a movie, can't remember what it was called. It was something, he was going to outer space, or I don't remember what the deal was, but he was filming it where my dad was stationed, and my dad ended up having to take pictures from another plane of the plane that he was supposedly flying, which of course he wasn't. But because they were filming, I guess they didn't want to let a civilian go in the airplane and film it. I don't know what the deal was. But anyway, he was filming it. So he said, that guy is not a nice man. He threw temper tantrums if everything wasn't just perfect. And just wasn't a nice person to work with. And I don't like those flowers on there now. What can I do about them? What can I do about them? Ah, I have some little black flatback pearls that might perk them up a little bit. I have gold. I have jeweled gold. I've never even used these. I haven't opened them. Let's see what one of these would look like in the middle. Maybe I want one of the little gold jewels. If they're flat-backed, I don't know whether they are or not. They didn't want you to get into this before you needed to, or have it pop open during shipping, I guess. Because I'm sure these came from Temu. That's about the only place I buy things from. Now, let's see if these are flat-backed. Oh, they're just sparkly. They're not gold. Ah, phooey. And they're not flat-backed. Okay, then we'll use the black ones. See what they would look like in the middle. And I think I want the smaller ones. Just a touch of shine in there. Yeah, that looks good. That looks fine. Oh, I was going to put the butterfly on there too. I wonder if I get this off better with the sharp scissors than the pokey tool. That worked. Oh, those things, the backs of them stick to me. Okay, now we have that. And now I need the final inner paper, which I don't have. I wonder if I want this. It's coffee-dyed tracing paper. I might want a sheet of this in the middle. All right, now this is the middle paper for this. This will just have to be one signature in my book. This is the middle one. And it's not straight. Yeah, it's close enough. Oh, I got more of this plastic stuff on there. Okay, now what I was thinking was, I think I have some Tim Holtz wedding pairs in here. Yep. There's a pair. Okay. That's what we'll use. That's what we'll use, is those two. And then do I have maybe a bridesmaid? Oh, this couple's nice. They're older, but I like them. She has a nice long dress. They're gonna go on top of this though. Okay. And do I want a friend? Or two? Yep. All right. I made up my mind. Sorry about that. I thought the coughing was gone, but guess not. Oh, come on. I know you're a sticker. I know you separate. There we go. There we go. Now, I don't know what glue is going to glue to the acetate, but I have a feeling it's going to be the 3-in-1. Oh, no, I don't want to ink them. Oh, they're crooked. It's crooked on there. Oh, well. Must be the best man and the bridesmaid. We'll pretend they are. Okay, and now I've got that going. I'm going to get some of those other flowers out of here that don't show up on anything, because they're showing up on this for sure. Those? Yep, I think I want that. Okay, and while I have this out, I'll put this one back where it goes, because I decided I didn't want that color. Okay. Or should I put these down here? Yeah, I like it down there. I like it up there in the corner, too. I'll have one down and one up in the corner. And then I may put a label on it. There it is. fill that up, I can. I don't like where I put it. I didn't want it on his shoe or hers. There. I'll have to cut a little bit off the bottom, but that's good. That's good. And we'll put this one up in the corner. Like I said, this would be better with acetate or maybe lace on it. Or netting. If I get some netting, I could cut through those centers and put netting on there. I might do that. Okay, let's see if I have a word or a phrase that'll work for this. I need something pink or white or green. Oh, here we have pinks. Let's see what we have. The promise of all things made new. I think this is supposed to be an Easter thing, but I think it works for a wedding. Okay, cut that little bit off. All right, I'll put them all together now. And I think what I'm going to try and do is find some acetate that'll work for these so that you can see through them better. I think that would be much better. But you kind of get the idea of what I was going for. I hope. This one needs more. It needs more on it. It's just really too plain. Let's see here. Maybe a word. I want the colors to kind of go with what's on there. When you know better, you do better. Use your wings. I don't know if I like that or not. It's all perspective. Look on the bright side. That'll work. And it kind of goes with that flower there. Whoops. Look on the bright side. Okay, that works. Let's put this one on here too. It's all perspective. I thought that was all one piece anyway. That works well. Now, I need something else on there. That did help though, didn't it? Well, I think that's probably all I'm going to put on there. I have numbers and things, but I don't know that I want to put those on there. That does look better to have something else on there besides the things I have. All right, this is it. I'm going to just flip through this and then I'll see about putting something different on the back of it through here. And if I do it, I'll let you know. but I've already got things glued to it, so I don't know whether that's going to work. If you're doing one of these, use something that's more see-through. You can still kind of see the next thing though. You can see that there's something behind it. And I will probably put pockets or something here. I don't know, maybe we'll just use it for writing space. That one you can hardly see anything through. But then you open it up and it's there. Okay. And where's my little sample one? Because I like it better. I think I like the wax paper better. You can see better through it. You see better through the wax paper. So maybe that was the best idea. I'm going to do something with this. It's going to turn into something else because I like that. You can kind of see all the way through it. And maybe that's what I need to do with this, is take this off and put wax paper back there. And I don't know whether I can get these unstuck. So we're probably stuck with what it is. But that gives you the idea. If you want to put something like this in one of your journals. I wanted to do a cover, and I may do it on another journal. Do the cover and then have it go in from there. If I do that, it's going to be acetate. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. This is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. Thanks for watching. And give me a thumbs up, please. And also, if you like what you saw, subscribe. We'd like to have you be part of the group here. Thanks for watching. Bye.